What's up? I'm reviewing another book for my book talk series. Let's get into it. So I read After Midnight by Irmgard Keun. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Let me read the synopsis. Arrested in Cologne for remarking that the Fuhrer looks sweaty, 19-year-old Sanna had fled to Frankfurt, but her troubles are far from over. Her best friend Gertie has fallen for a Jewish boy. Her brother writes books that have been blacklisted, and her own aunt could turn her into the authorities at any moment. Darkly humorous and utterly heart-rending, this gripping novel vividly captures the terror and hysteria of pre-war Nazi Germany. So, this book is a short book. This is like 100 or so pages. Definitely doable in one day. I thought the book was very, very interesting, actually, and very engaging. So, the reason why is because Sanna, she has this very laissez faire attitude about everything that's going on currently um, in Germany. And so I just didn't expect that. I knew this was kind of humorous from what the synopsis said, but I just did not expect that tone in such a time period that the character was in. And for example, she mentions that her best friend is in love with a Jewish boy, and she's like, I don't know why she would do that. It's illegal. And she narrates the book, so you get an inside track on her thoughts and how she's feeling. And there's no questioning of this. There's no questioning of why the laws are this way or why not. It's very carefree sort of tone. And she's like, yeah, it's just such a drag. And as the story goes on, things happen to the people around her. And I feel like it affects her to the point where her tone changes. Now, there's no necessarily epiphany that she has in the book in the sense where she's like, I realized my mistakes and I shouldn't have. It's more of a gradual change in tone that you kind of pick up on as you finish the book. And I thought that was a really interesting thing because I've never really read a book like that. And I also felt like this is also an allegory to how people were at the time. I think there's a famous saying, they came for the Jews and I didn't speak up. And eventually they came for me and they had nobody spoke up for me. That's just kind of like a little snippet of the saying because I don't remember everything. And it just really reminded me of that saying because it just felt like, she's aware of these things. She talks about them, but she doesn't really have anything to say until it really affects her. And it's not like she's saying anything in the book where she's like denouncing it, but it's more so her tone changes to a much more serious instance where it's like, okay, she realizes, okay, this is the real deal. I need to help my brother. I need to help the guy I'm in love with, which happens to be her cousin. So, but yeah, it's just like gradual descending into, okay, I realize this is a serious problem.